everyone. Today I got the chance to sit down with two sisters who run the Dental Assisting School of Indianapolis. We had a great conversation. When you listen to the episode, you will get to see how supportive both women are of their students at the school. You'll get to learn how to enter a trade program, how their suggestions can impact families, and then also how students can look for a trade program, do their research, and apply the Be the Best mindset to their trade program that both women recommend. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to discuss what you guys do at your trade school. If you could tell me a little bit about yourselves, that would be great.
Well, my name is Crystal, and I have been in the dental field for 21 years now. I just, gosh, I didn't know what to do. I tried college and it decided it was not for me. But I thought, you know what? I still want a good career where I can make good money, have, nice things. And everyone always told me you have to go to college to achieve that.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, gosh, college was not for me. So
Mm.
I went to a dental office, and the dentist there, he was like, well, you could be a dental assistant. So I looked more into it, and I was like, wow, this could be a really great career. And I found a course back then. It's not around anymore, but uh, they did every Saturday they were a 10-week program, and you could become a
Mhm.
dental assistant. And it
Great.
was on Saturdays, and I worked full time at a factory. So I had worked Monday through Friday. But because this school offered Saturdays, I was able to do this program and just change my whole life. And I've been in it ever since.
That's great. And I think a lot of homeschoolers can relate to that. I know I've seen some things that people even believe that college might be phasing out. Like eventually
Hmm.
we might just focus more on trades and life skills, which I think is really important. So I love that you
I
shared
agree.
that.
Agreed. Hmm.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
And then if you would like to share about yourself, that would be great.
So same thing. We're actually twins.
Great.
And I've always wanted to be in the medical field, thought maybe a nurse. I did start going to college. And again, I did feel like college wasn't quite for me. And
Mhm.
it definitely was for me. I tried twice and I was like, but again, I wanted to do something that was still somewhat health related.
Sure.
And to be able to have a good career, I wanted to be able to support a family and things like that, or be able to support
Mhm.
myself,
Yeah.
and not have to work 5 jobs if I didn't want
Yeah.
to. So,
Yeah.
actually had braces in high school when I was a sophomore. I paid for them myself.
Great.
And
Great.
when the assistant would come in, I just thought it was so interesting what she did. And I would ask her
Mm.
questions about it. And I just loved it. And then I don't know why, but then I was still into the nursing and thinking I wanted to go to school for nursing. And again, back then they're pushing college so much. Like pretty much if
Mhm.
you don't go to college, you're not going to succeed in anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
which just is not the case whatsoever.
Right.
And then Crystal here, she's like, went to her dentist appointment and he was like, hey, we could be dental assistants. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. I
Mm.
loved when I went to my orthodontist, and I was
Yeah.
also working in a factory at the time, which was
Mm.
not for me.
Yeah.
Um, I just I wanted to do something different, and
Mm.
she found the school first, and I let her go
Great.
first, and then I started the next round, which was almost about 5 months later is when I started
Great.
after her. So she's been in a little longer, and but I mean it's the best decision we've ever made.
Hmm.
Mm.
You do not have to go to college to have a good career. It's just
Mm.
and we're debt free,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is the biggest thing. And that was my other
Yeah.
concern. When I was in college, I was constantly thinking how much debt I'm going to be in when
Mm.
I'm done. A
Yeah.
100,000 minimum, and that concerned me. And
Hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
things like that. And we're very fortunate that you went to that dental office that day, and he talked to her about becoming a dental assistant,
Yeah.
and then we just went down
Yeah.
that path and haven't looked back.
Hmm.
That's amazing. I love that. And I like that you said that you don't have to go to college to have a successful career. I think
Yeah.
that's really
Mhm.
important. And I know David, he started college and ended up dropping out, and he and his brother started their own boat detailing business, and they're very successful with it. So I think
Hmm.
that just speaks to what you guys are saying as well,
Yeah.
that you don't have to do the 4-year degree. I did it. I did it debt free. That was really challenging. a lot of
Mhm.
work.
Mhm.
But it's stressful. So if you can find something that is a trade that isn't stressful, that's so important because I feel like what you were saying with the debt, that is like a constant
Mhm.
kind of like tapping on your shoulder, like when am I gonna have to take out a loan? How is this gonna work?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's really important. I really, really
Which,
like that.
for those who do go to college and it is for them, like some people really do like college. They like the aspect of it. They like the
Yeah,
studying. It's not
yeah.
that I was bad in school, but
No,
it just
no,
was
yeah,
not like some people like
yeah,
it just wasn't for me even
I
in
get
high
it.
school. Like I didn't do horrible, but like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
It just
totally get it.
but there's plenty of people who love college. I mean, they thrive at it and they should go and
Hmm.
do it.
Yeah,
Nothing against it. If you want college, you should absolutely do it.
yeah.
But for those who truly know, like, yeah, I know that's not going to be for
Hmm.
me.
You just don't have to go to college to be successful,
Yeah.
like
That's
so
right.
many people think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very black and white mindset. And I know, like, my mom's a
Hmm.
business owner. She ended up dropping out of college because she couldn't figure out what she wanted to do. She didn't want to go into debt because she didn't really have a plan. And she ended up starting her own business and she's still running it. And
Good
I'm,
for
how
her.
old am I? 23. So she's had it even before I was born.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So I really like that you guys shared that. And then how did you guys kind of get into this trade school? Did you start it yourselves? Like, what is the story behind that?
Well, so we've been in the field for a long time, and being in the field, we actually, she worked at an office, I worked at an office, and we both trained all the incoming assistants.
Mm,
So we were already trainers. We were really good at it, and we just kept getting all these kids who were graduating, and they were
sure.
coming, and we're like, oh my gosh, what are they teaching them at these
Mm.
schools?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we did some research and we really saw that most of the schools are more like, we call them puppy
Puppy
mill,
mills.
like a puppy mill.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
just take everyone, it does not matter on the class size. They
Mm,
are quantity over
Yeah, for
quality.
sure.
So
mm,
they just take as many as they can with one instructor. And so these kids are paying all this money to learn something where there's
mm,
only one instructor, so they can barely learn.
It turns out it's
mm.
really the student teaching the student because the instructor has so many
Hmm.
students, she
Yeah.
can't get to everyone. So it's kind of like, hey, can you help me? I'm not sure what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And that student doesn't either. So,
or
Mm-hmm.
they think they
Mm-hmm.
do,
Yeah.
but really what they're telling that student was completely wrong. And now
mhm,
they're both doing it completely wrong.
Mm,
yes.
mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we found that to be a really big
Mhm.
trend with most of the schools around here.
Yeah.
So you know what? We're really good at training. Let's start our own school.
Yeah.
So we did have some help with it. Dr. Shree, she is absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
She helped us with the school.
Great.
And but Candice and I, we set it all up. We made all the curriculum, and we're in the field all day, every day, so we know what these girls need to learn
Yeah.
Yeah.
to succeed and to become good
Mm,
dental assistants.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, we're just gonna start our own school, and we are very passionate about quality over
Mhm.
quantity.
mm. I love
Um,
that.
we do a 1 to 5 ratio. So
Okay,
for every
great.
5 students, there's one instructor.
Oh,
So
that's
let's
great.
say if we have 6 students, we will still
Mm-hmm.
have 2 instructors.
Mhm.
That's
Um,
amazing.
and then that way, every student will get that one-on-one with the instructor. We never let our students practice or like a student and student practice together. It's always instructor and student practicing
Mhm.
together.
Oh,
Yeah, that
So,
student
great.
just won't know if they're doing it right or
mhm,
wrong. Um,
Yeah.
so it's super important that
yes.
and we took some things from when we went to school and when we got out, like, wow, why didn't we know this? Or
Mhm.
why didn't
Mm,
we go over this in school? So we took a lot
yeah.
also from when we went to school and like things like, wow, I wish we would have known this. I wish
Yeah.
we would have known that.
Mhm.
And we are making sure that our students are knowing that.
I
Just
love that.
we were able to learn a lot by going to our own or doing a
Yeah.
schooling kind of like this, knowing what we did like and what we definitely thought could have been improved on once we got into the field. So it definitely
Yeah.
helped us quite a bit. I do feel like once our students graduate from here, they're so much more prepared than what we ever
Mm-hmm.
were in our program.
Yeah.
And again, unfortunately, our program, it wasn't horrible, but it was,
Yeah, sure.
there was 12 of us in my class to
Wow.
one instructor. So
Wow.
it really was,
Yeah.
and that's how we know this. It's student teaching a student because that was me and my friend went and we're like, did you see how she did that? And I'm like, I'm not sure, but she's still got 2 other rooms
Yeah.
with 4 people in them each that she's
Mhm.
still trying to get to. I'm like, well, we got to get this done or it's not going to get done today.
Yeah.
That's
So
so
things like that.
stressful. Yeah.
Yes, and it was. So we're lucky enough that we went through a school that it wasn't again horrible, but we saw some
Sure.
things once we got out, like, okay,
Yeah, I think
that's to
that could,
improve on.
improve on.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're lucky in
That's
that
great.
aspect on that.
Yes. Yeah. And then
That's wonderful.
with our students, like a lot of schools, they only have if they take like 12 or 16 students, they only have so many dental chairs and so many units.
Sure.
So they all have to share.
Mhm.
We do
Mm,
not do that. I don't like
mm.
that because if they're sharing, then she does half and she does the other half. So they're only learning half of what they're supposed to be
Or
doing.
sometimes we have a student who is a little bit more dominant and she just does it all. And the other person who's kind of maybe a little bit
Yeah.
shyer just sits back and lets her do it all. And she didn't really learn anything.
Yes.
So
So
we
yeah,
only take up to 10 students max.
That's
we
great.
have 10 dental units. So every student gets their own dental unit, their own typodont. So they get to work independent, on their own with everything. So they don't have to worry about sharing or waiting and
Mm.
stuff like that. So yeah.
That's so intentional. I love that teaching style. I feel like that's so supportive of the students and then also less stressful for the teachers because they're not having so
Mhm.
many students in a class.
Yes.
Yes.
That's great.
Yep. Mhm.
It's really, really good.
And our goal is we want them to be the best of the best.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
only way we feel like to do that is having smaller class sizes, being able to do one-on-one with them, and
Mm,
everyone have their own unit, their own. So that way we can see how you did it. Let me see how you did it. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I see how you did it, and now I know that you're not quite understanding. So then me and her can have some more one-on-one later and go over
Mm.
that. Yes, so it helps.
Mhm.
That's so great. I love that. And then how long have you owned the school and what have you seen that's changed since you started?
So we've owned the school for 5 years now.
Great.
We did start off in an upstairs. It was very little. It was above a dental office. And in that first year, we grew really fast. So we ended up buying or leasing another building. So we went from maybe 500 square feet to 4,000 square feet.
Wow.
So we have lots of space. It's set up, it's open space. So we're all right there together. We can see what everyone's doing.
That's so nice.
Yes, but it's set up just like a dental office.
Yeah, set up just like the dental
Great.
office.
Everything operates just like if you're in a dental office. We want it to be as realistic as possible.
Yes.
That's kind of really what's changed the most is that we're able to have like a true setup now, whereas before,
Sure.
we had 2 chairs,
Yeah.
2 dental chairs, a little plug-in suctioning thing where we would still learn how to suction, but now we have it where we have 6, 7 chairs, or up to 10 chairs where they can suction. Everything is realistic. I mean, it's
everything works just like in
That's
a real
great.
dental office. The setup, everything.
yeah.
And also another thing we do, we always talk to our past students and ask them, what do you wish you would have learned or that we would have taught or touched more on now that you're in the field?
Yeah.
So we are always trying to improve and do better.
Yeah.
So we always do like little surveys with our past students, asking them, okay, what do you feel like we should have touched more on, or what do you feel like we didn't learn or touch on at all? We are always trying to improve and do better.
For sure.
I love that. That's wonderful. And then if a homeschooler wants to enroll in your program, do you have any requirements? I know some trade schools require a transcript. So what does that look like for you?
If they want to enroll, they do need to be at least 17.
Okay.
A parent would have to sign off on it. If they're still in school, that is okay. We do have some high school kids do our program, and that is okay. If they have graduated high school, then we would ask for a high school diploma or GED, whichever they have. But that's it.
We would ask if they're still in high school, just proof, again, probably like a transcript or something to show that they are still in high school. And usually at 17, they're going to be a junior or senior minimum. They have to be, but just to show that they're still in high school and things like that.
Great. And then I saw your program is 12 weeks. Is that correct?
Mhm.
So then what does the 12-week program look like for your students?
With our program, they will come 1 day a week, and we offer
Great.
it on different days of the week. So
Okay.
we offer it on Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursday, or Saturdays. So they would pick whichever day works best for them, and they would come every day on that day for 12 weeks. We're here from, just depending on the day, from 9 a.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 4. And then we do about, 5 to 6 hours of hands-on clinical training.
Great.
So we do a lot of hands-on clinical training, but we will teach them how to suction. We teach them how to take x-rays. We teach them how to set up a bunch of different procedures that they will be assisting the doctor with, how
Sure.
to set up a room, break down a room, the sterilization process, all of that good stuff. Impressions, digital scanning. Digital scanning is a big one now. More and more offices are going to digital scanning. So we teach our students how to do digital scanning, and that's a really big leg up, I feel, for them.
Yeah.
Because so many other schools don't teach that yet.
That's great. I love that. And then, if a homeschooler wants to enter the trades, do you have any advice for them?
Yes. I highly recommend shadowing, going to a dental office
Or any
and
trade.
and shadowing to see, what would I really like this? Because sometimes when this happens, the idea of working in the dental field, they really like the idea of it. But once they get into it, like, oh, I don't think I can do this. Because it is working in people's mouths.
Yeah.
Not everyone's mouth is going to be nice looking and
Yeah.
clean. So they're like, oh, nope, I can't do this. So I do
Yeah.
highly recommend shadowing, whatever they're wanting to do to make sure that they're like, okay, yeah, I can handle this. I can do this.
That's
And
important.
the other thing is sometimes trades, like for dental assistants, they think the dental field is just dental assisting. Maybe really look into that trade and see like, okay, there's dental assisting, but there's actually way more to dental assisting than becoming a dental assistant. There's front desk, court or schedule coordinator. There's
billing, insurance, office managers,
there's
treatment coordinators.
We have a student now who is actually trains other offices on dental software. So there's just so much more than working in someone's mouth. Like maybe like, I really like this field, but I don't know if I want to work in their mouth. So there's just so much more to it. Someone has to run the dental practice also. There's a lot to it than just being a dental assistant. So for any trade, there's always more usually than what you see in that trade, and really deep dive into it and see, is there something else I'd like to do in there too?
Yeah, that's very true. They don't have to be clinic side or chair side. They could be working at the front, answering the phones. More administrative work in the dental field. So that is a really good option as well, and you can make good money doing that too.
Yeah. And I never thought of it that way, that there's other positions within the whole dental sphere. That's really good. I like that advice.
Because all of the information you need and everything we teach that you need for dental assisting applies to the administrative side as well.
Sure. That's great. And then do you have students who kind of get that experience within your program? Do you kind of introduce that in little ways, or is there any options?
We do talk about it. About it. We also have them while they're in our program. They have to do what's called an externship. They have to go to a dental office and spend 8 hours at a dental office, just seeing how everything is ran, seeing all the different things that can be done in a dental office, all the different positions. So we do make them do that.
Yeah, we require 8 hours, but we always encourage them to do more if they can. But we know a lot of times, especially if they're coming through the week or even on a Saturday, maybe that's their one Tuesday off and they have no other days. And some people just can't afford to do. Some schools you have to do a full 40 hours. Some are over 100 hours. Some are close to 300 hours. Some people can't afford that, but they're still trying to better their life. They still want to do something more. And I don't want externship because 40 hours, they're like, I have no vacation time. I can't do that. And that's be the one thing that's stopping them. So we just have one day and we've worked that externship into the program. So on week 9, typically, instead of coming to class that day, they actually go to their externship.
Oh,
Yes.
that's great.
Because again, that's probably their one day off. And we do have some like, this is my one day off. That's the only day I have off. They can't, and they're
Mhm.
probably sometimes not even getting paid for this one day, so they can't afford to take
Sure.
other days. So we
Yeah.
work that externship into the program, but for those who do come, who can do more, we do encourage it, recommend it if they can. But 8 hours it's a great amount where they're going to be there all day. They're going to see from start to finish what's it like for a life of a dental assistant, really, in that 8 hours.
Yes. That's great. I really like that hands-on experience, and then you help them with their schedule and kind of support them in that. That's really nice, and that speaks well to what you guys do in your program.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. And then, how can a student become a great dental assistant?
Um, Dental assisting, it is a trade, so they do
Yeah.
have to work really hard at it.
Mm-hmm.
When they go to do their interview, the doctor will be like, great, I really like you. I think you could be a good fit here, but I want you to come back and do what's called a working interview. So at this
Mm-hmm.
working interview, this is where they're going to see like where is their
Right, they're
skill level.
Yeah,
evaluating
Yeah,
them.
they're
yeah.
going to evaluate them. So depending on how hard, they work here at the program or in the school will determine how well they get paid when they go for
Mm,
that first job.
Mhm.
So as long as they are studying like they're supposed to, they're paying attention in class, and they are doing what we ask them to do, they could be great at it because we will
that's
work with
great.
them one-on-one. But if they're just like,
Mhm.
which we
Yeah.
get, um, their
Unfortunately,
skill
we'll
just won't be there.
we'll get some who maybe on Tuesday, this is the only day they are looking at the dental assisting program. This is the
Mhm.
only day they're looking at the information, and they don't look at it again until the next week. It does
Yeah,
show,
Yeah.
because again, we're
sure.
one day a
Yeah.
week, so there is homework you have to do. I do
Mhm.
encourage at least every day, at least 1 hour of just studying, looking over things. Like
Mhm.
Mhm.
when I was in the dental program, I truly wanted to be the best of the best of the best because I
Mhm.
wanted to make good money, and I know it's a skill.
Yeah.
And just like I feel like any trade you do, your
Mhm.
skill determines your pay most often, especially in a trade. But
Yeah.
anywhere you go, even I feel like nursing, your skill in nursing can move you up the ladder faster. You get more pay. I feel like that's in anything you
Yeah.
do. But I wanted to work
Mhm.
really, really hard at it, and I wanted to truly be the best of the best.
Yeah.
So I hopefully, if they have that mindset, that will help them
Mhm.
get much further in this career.
Yeah.
Instead of just focusing on it today, I focused on it all week long. I took an hour minimum each day to focus on it. Even when I was in the factory and I'm inspecting my parts, is what I inspected parts. I was
Mhm.
constantly thinking about my XCPs, what color goes with what, just
Yeah.
quizzing myself. Okay, where's number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Where's number 6? Things like
At
that.
Yeah.
lunch breaks, I would study. I had my flashcards, um,
Yeah.
so I was always studying on my lunch breaks or our little
Mhm.
15-minute breaks we got. But we can definitely tell those who are studying outside of
Sure.
class and those who only look at the material while here. And
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a huge
I
difference
really,
on how well they will do when they get their job.
yeah.
So yeah.
Mm.
Again, just
I
like
love
any
that.
job, your skill, whatever, we tell them the effort you put in here is the effort you will see when you get into the dental field. If you put
Yeah.
very little effort into here, then you have to expect the amount of pay you get, and it may take you a little longer to find a job. But those who are putting in
Mm.
the effort, you're going to find a job pretty quickly because they want those people who have the effort, who have the skill. And if you're asking for a certain amount, more than likely you're going to get that because you're
Yeah.
like, holy cow, she's great. Yes, let's hire her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does show once you get into the
Yeah. Makes a
field.
huge difference on where you can start out pay wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's our goal.
Good.
We want everyone to be the best of the best. That's why we want to take one-on-one time with them. We offered for them to stay after class. If anyone wants to work on anything, if you felt like you were struggling today,
Yeah.
stay. Let's work on it some more.
Mm.
And we definitely get those who do stay, and we get those who were struggling and I'm like, and they just go. I'm like, okay, you're
Yeah.
sure? Because we definitely could have done a little bit more with that today. And they're like, maybe next time. I'm like, okay, that's totally up to you.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
what you're willing to put into it is what you'll get back out of it too.
For sure.
That's really good. I love that advice. And I think that can honestly apply to so many areas of our lives, but especially with a trade job, that's
Yeah.
so important. That's really, really good. And then do you think students need communication and problem solving skills to become a dental assistant?
It helps a
It
lot.
definitely helps. Yeah.
You're going to find yourself in situations like, what do I do? What can I do? Like, oh, I could, sometimes you have to think outside the box. But again, that comes with experience and skill. So, but yes, it definitely helps to have that for sure.
One of the examples I give is, let's say you were in a dental office and we ran out of temporary cement. We learn what a crown buildup is. We learn how to set it up. And when the patient leaves, they have to leave with a temporary crown. Let's say we ran out of temporary cement and we are able to make the crown, but we have no cement. Are we going to just go to the doctor and say, hey, we have no more temporary cement, so we're going to have to cancel this patient today? Do you think that's something he would want to hear? Or would he rather you come to him and say, hey, we ran out of dental temporary cement, but I was wondering if we could use this, or is there something else we could use to cement that on today so we don't have to cancel this patient?
Yeah, problem
solving. And sometimes you can go to the doctor and ask for that help and say, we can't see them today. We're going to have to cancel. The other thing we have to remember is that these dentists who are owning their own practice out of school, they're in debt probably close to $1 million, if not more. The last thing I want to hear from you is, hey, we have to cancel these patients today.
Sure. Yeah.
You need to put yourself in their shoes and imagine yourself being in that much debt. Would you be willing just to cancel your patients because we had no more temporary cement? You wouldn't, I promise you.
Yeah.
So we could call another dental office, borrow some dental temporary cement from them. There are other things we can use in our office, again, to replace that dental cement until we get some in. So problem solving, instead of just saying, nope, we're done. We can't do it. Let's think outside the box. Let's go to the dentist and say, hey, could we use this? Would that be possible? Or what would you recommend so we can get this going today?
Well, we need to think, how can we do this? Not oh, we can't.
Yeah.
How can I do this?
Yeah. So that's definitely something we talk about. And when you're in that dental office, you need to always put yourself in their shoes. Imagine yourself in that much debt.
Yeah.
And would you cancel that patient? Or if you are sitting there on your phone and just watching a movie, would you be okay paying someone, if that was your business? Would you be okay paying someone to do that? You need to answer that question truthfully. And if you would not be okay paying someone the amount of money you're getting paid, then you shouldn't be doing it either.
Yeah.
So things like that.
Yeah, that's really important. Yeah, very important for, I think, just success of the next generation. That advice is great. Great.
Yeah.
And then how can parents support their children if they want to enter a trade career?
Just being there for them if they need help. Actually, a big thing a parent could do to help them, because these students need to practice teeth numbers. They need to practice looking at stuff. So the parent could let them like, okay, yeah, point to me. Where do you think these teeth numbers are?
That's great.
So that is a huge help. We actually hear a lot of times where the students like, yeah, I practiced on my boyfriend. He let me look in his mouth and I counted his teeth and stuff like that. But parents could help with that as well. So that would be a huge help, or just asking them questions and then having the flashcard like, okay, where's tooth number 3 located at? And then having their child, tell them and then see if they're right. Like, yep, you're right. And so just quizzing them and stuff like that is a huge help.
Just even asking them about how school went today, being involved in it,
Yeah.
making sure they're showing interest just as much as them, because they're wanting them to do just as good, and say, okay, explain to me what you learned today. And it just helps them explain and go over what we all learned today. It helps them maybe, make it more solid in their mind as well, and things like that. So just asking them about how their day went, even just something as simple as that.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to what you were saying earlier about being the best of the best. I think that can encourage and build confidence in students because their parents are supporting them along the way, or it can be a boyfriend, like you said. I think that's really important. I love that.
100%.
And then just to kind of go on from that, how should homeschoolers, and we kind of touched on this a little bit already, but how can homeschoolers educationally prepare for a trade program?
For ours, I recommend to start now looking at the teeth numbers. Start watching videos on TikTok, YouTube. There's so many videos on dental assisting and teeth, and they'll show you all kinds of things. But I would start looking at that stuff now. So that way when they do come to class, like, oh yeah, I remember watching that. Now it's all coming together, making sense. So it just gives them a little advantage when we start talking about that stuff. They already kind of, have an idea what it is, what it's about. So that's what I would recommend.
That's awesome. And then do you
You
know
know,
locally where I live, there is a high school trade center, I guess you could call it, a tech school. So is that something students can attend before coming to you, or do you
Mhm.
not recommend that,
Oh,
or what?
absolutely. We have that too here. We have
Okay.
two or three trade schools for the high schoolers.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them include the dental assisting, but some do include the dental assisting program.
Yeah.
But we get a lot of students who did the dental assisting program through high school at their trade school, and then they'll come here and do further education with us. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's so many things to learn, not only being a dental assistant, but you can further your education and become what we call an EFTA, which is
Okay.
just short for Expanded Functions Dental Assistant.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we train the dental assistants to place fillings and things like that.
Great.
So yeah, we get a lot of students who've done the trade while they're in high school and then come to us for more education. Mhm.
but then
Great.
also on that question, so we do have students who take ours is called C9, and they'll take dental assisting in C9. And when they get out, they maybe don't go into dental right away, or they only did it for a short period of time, and they did it in school, but now maybe it's been 3 or 5 years. They're like, yeah, I don't remember anything. Then if they want to come and take our dental assisting program, they can. But if you just graduated C9 and let our C9 program, it's 2 years for them, it's a junior and senior, and then you graduated that program, I would not encourage them to come take our program again. Uh,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
they're already a dental assistant. I would encourage them to get into the actual field, because once they graduate from there, they should be able to go into the field.
Yeah.
Um, I would encourage them to come and take our other programs like the EFTA program, or we have coronal polishing, we have a nitrous program. But I would tell them to save your money. You already took it in high school. I was like, if it's been several years and you
Yeah.
have no idea, then maybe I was like, but I'll leave that to you. But I would encourage them to
Yeah.
look at videos first, see if maybe you can recall these things. If we can save you money, we want to save you money. If you have any
Yeah.
questions, call us. I'll answer some questions for you. But I'd hate for you to come take our program, because again, the C9 program here, it's not free for them either. They pay about
Yeah.
$3,000
Mm.
to take that
Okay.
as a junior,
Mm-hmm.
senior.
Okay, great.
So I would want them to save their money if they could.
Yeah.
But if it's been several years, they're like, yeah, I just want to, then by all means, please. We definitely won't turn you away. But I would talk
Yeah,
to them
sure.
first and see if I
That's
could
great.
help them save that 4,100, is what our
Yeah.
program is, first.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
encourage them to maybe get into a field first, and then, or take something else, something like that. Mhm.
That's really good. And then you had mentioned your programs there. What are your exact programs just for listeners who are interested?
We have the dental assisting program. Then we offer the expanded functions dental assisting program, coronal polishing program, and nitrous program.
Great.
And then we're hoping here soon to be adding a radiology program
Awesome.
plus a front desk program is what we're
Great.
hoping to be adding within the next year or so.
Yes. Now the
Wonderful.
radiology program, that is for those who have possibly moved from another state. Not all states require a radiology license, or some states
Mm-hmm.
that do require a radiology license. Those licenses do not transfer from state to state, unfortunately. And in the state of Indiana, you have to take a program, some type of program, in order to even get a radiology permit and then get your license. So we have actually a lot of students who come here from other states. They're just they don't need to take our EFTA program, our DA program. They're already doing that in their state, but they have to get their radiology here for the state of Indiana. So we're hoping to be able to just be able to provide them with a radiology program where they don't have to take the whole DA program or EFTA program, things like that. But our DA program does come with the radiology. It's built in. So it's not
Sure.
separate, unfortunately, at this time. So we're hoping
Okay.
that we can separate that radiology from the DA for those who
Okay.
just need radiology, where I don't want them to have to come again, save the money if they can. And we will tell them, there are some programs out there who just offer radiology. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of them, so I know they're out there. So I will tell them
Yeah,
to look that
sure.
up first.
That's great.
Save the time and money. You're already a
Mm.
dental assistant. Again, I don't want you to spend the money if you don't have to.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
that's our goal
That's
with
really
the
good.
radiology. You include that already with our DA, but
Okay, great.
we're
Yeah,
trying to
sure.
hopefully just separate it too.
That's wonderful. That's I love your like your vision and passion for supporting students. I mean, just what you said about there, we want to save students money. That's really, that speaks well of you guys and what you do. Yeah, so then to kind of go along with that, why is your work rewarding?
We love that these students are going out finding jobs
Mm,
and they're making, most of our students are making top dollar starting out because we have worked so hard with them and they have put in so much effort, and we love to see them thrive.
Yeah.
And that is just so rewarding to see them thriving and being able to, like, yeah, I was able to buy my first house.
Yep.
I-
Life-changing for them,
Yeah.
and we love seeing that. Like,
yes, it's a
we,
oh,
positive,
yes.
life-changing
Yes.
thing for them. And I
Mhm.
just love that.
Mhm.
I want everyone to succeed.
Yeah.
I just love seeing people succeed, and it's just so rewarding seeing them
I
succeed.
want them.
Yes.
If it was up to me, I wish I could just go with each one of my students on their very first day of work, even. Like, I just want to be there with them.
I wish I could go with them
Aw,
on their
yeah.
interviews, just
Aw,
to,
that's
We
so
really want
sweet.
them to do good. And it's just when we get students who call us back and say, guess what? I'm like, what? I just got offered a job for this amount. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you.
yes.
Oh,
Or we
I
get
love
someone
that.
who call back after a few months. They're like, oh my gosh, I just got a raise
Oh,
because they have been doing so good and they were so impressed with all her knowledge.
mm,
I'm like,
And her skill
and her, it just, I love it so much.
yes.
And I'm so happy for them. I'm like, I just love it. And it's life changing for
oh,
them, the amount of money they're making now,
Mhm.
where if they
yeah,
would have stayed where they're at, they never would have been able to even make the amount of money they're making now. They can
right.
support themselves. They now have their own apartment. I'm like, this is
Mm,
just, I love it so
yes.
much for them. I want
Yeah.
everyone to be able to just support themselves, make the amount of money that they deserve.
Have a great
Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
It's a great work-life balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And I mean, what a testament, like I've already said, to what you guys do. And I can tell your passion for your students is in the words you
Yes.
say, and you follow it up with actions. That's absolutely wonderful. Just,
Yeah.
it's great.
We want them to come first. And there's just so
They
many
do.
schools, they don't put them first. And I do
Yeah.
feel like that was kind of ours a little bit. It was, again,
After they graduate, it's like, okay, see you later. And it's like,
I had no one to reach out to afterwards if I had
Mm,
questions,
or
yeah.
needed help, or let's say I was struggling with something. Like when I got into my first office, I was struggling with a certain, like I was taking x-rays and I just could not get this one I don't know. It was on the left side for some reason. Like I wish I had someone I could have called and say, hey, is there any way I can get help with this? Or what am I doing wrong?
Oh, yeah.
The people I worked with, they didn't have time to really, I don't know, I just didn't feel quite comfortable asking them for help
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And we have that for our students. When they graduate, like, hey, maybe it's been a few weeks, or let's say you start your job next week and you get in it and you start taking x-rays, or you start doing something, and you're like, whoa,
Mhm.
what the world? I'm just
Yeah.
seeing, why am I struggling with this? Call us. Call
Oh,
us so we can get you back in here and we'll practice it together.
yes, we allow our students, like if you need help or need some more one-on-one, we have them come back in and it's all free. We do not charge
oh
them.
We
my
want them
word.
to get the help.
Yes, we want them to get the help. We want them to
Wow.
succeed.
Mhm.
So, and we have a lot of students who will take us up on that and like, hey,
I should.
like maybe it's been a month, maybe 2 months, and they're getting ready to start their job. They found one and they're getting ready to start. Like, I feel, a little rusty. I don't remember. I'm like, come in, let's practice.
Yes.
Oh,
Um,
that's so great.
Yeah, let's go through everything.
We actually just had a student who took our program 2 years ago, her
Oh,
and her
yeah.
sister. The sister did go straight into the dental field and she's been working. And now she sees what her sister's doing and the
She
amount
sees
of
the money her
that she's
sister's
making.
making.
And
Oh,
she wants to really get into it now, but it's been 2 years. She came back and we let her take the program again for free, just to let her freshen up.
yeah.
And she got a job now
Wow.
already. She didn't even have to finish. She didn't finish the program the second time
Oh my
around,
word.
but because she was able to get refreshed,
She got a job.
she got a job. So I'm like,
Yes,
okay.
but
Wow.
we wanted her to get back into it, and so yeah, we let her pretty much do almost. She almost did the whole program.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we did not charge because again, we want her to succeed, and we want all of our students
Sure.
to succeed.
Yeah.
So yeah, we offer them to come in for one-on-one help, and again, it's no charge.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
amazing. Oh wow, that's so heartwarming that you guys do that. Because I think, I guess in today's society, it can be sort of like you're on your own completely. Nobody really wants to
yes,
help you.
Yeah.
I felt
yep,
that with at some points with my college career, and that's really, I feel like you're at such a pivotal age where you
Mhm.
kind of feel lonely, you kind of feel like you're doing it all on your own. People don't really talk about the transitions of high school to adult life,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
it can be really challenging. So I love that you guys support your students. It sounds like you guys create a family atmosphere.
We definitely try to, yes.
Definitely try to. Yes, we want them to feel like we want them to know that we support them. We want them to
Mm,
have the best of the best. And the biggest thing is that we are here to help you. And we will tell them, I don't care if you just ask that question the 100th time. It is not your
mm.
fault that you're not understanding. It's my fault.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
so supportive. Wow.
When I was in high school, I would stop. I wouldn't even want to ask questions because the
Mm.
teacher would get upset because I don't understand it.
Oh, yeah.
I hated that. And she's a teacher.
Yeah.
You should know how to explain it differently to me because you went to school
Yes.
for this.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
we want to make sure they know I don't care if I just told you 5 minutes ago and you're still not understanding, it's not your fault. It's my fault. I
Mm-hmm.
need to come up with a different way to explain it to you then.
The
And that's
way that
Yeah.
they
the way
understand,
that you will
yes.
understand. And if I can't come up with that way, I will grab another instructor and say, hey, can you come explain to me maybe a little differently? I don't want them to be afraid to ask questions or think, oh, I'm going to
Mm.
get upset or mad. That was one I didn't even ask questions anymore in high school because of teachers like that.
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
another big one. Like, where's the support there? How's that teacher supporting when you are
Yeah.
making them feel like they can't ask questions? And how are they going to
That's right.
become the best of the best or even understand it if they
Mm.
can't ask questions? So
Mhm.
that's the other big thing.
Yeah.
Like, we try to really drum into them. If you don't understand, please ask. And I was the person again, I would not ask in front of this class. I would need to ask after. I was like, if you want to come to me during lunch or before class or after class, because you don't want to ask in front of everyone, I understand that too. And if I
Oh,
say,
so
I said,
nice.
everyone understanding, and everyone says yes, but then at the end of class, you say, hey, I didn't understand that at all. That's okay. I won't be upset.
Mhm.
I'm glad that you
Yeah.
just came to me, and I would have done the same thing you
Mm.
did. So
Yeah.
things like that. We want
Yeah.
them
That's
to
so
do good.
important.
And I wish I would have had that when I was in class, or even in high
Yeah.
school, or when I went to dental assistant school, and that just wasn't there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
That's really, really good. And then to kind of transition from that, what is one of your favorite memories from teaching at the school?
Boy, that's a good one.
I love it when they tell us like their favorite part of the week is coming to class. Like
Yes.
Oh,
they
yeah.
love coming to class.
When they tell us they look forward
Like
to our class, or they look so forward to Tuesday,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm like, I love that you love it here so
yeah,
much.
they love
yes.
coming.
Yes.
Yes, that
And we do try to make it a fun atmosphere, a fun learning atmosphere
we
as
do.
well. So
Cool.
I do love it when they tell me that, like, I look forward to Tuesdays or whatever day they come. Like, this is my favorite day of the week because we have class. I'm like, that
Oh,
makes me feel good.
Yeah, that is
yeah,
probably one
right.
of my favorite things actually.
Yeah,
So
that is one of my favorites.
when they say that, just give me a hug, bring it in. Okay.
Yeah.
I know, right? Oh, and what a way to support learning and a love for learning is just creating that environment where they feel so
Exactly.
supportive and loved. Oh,
Yes.
Mhm.
wow.
Maybe I would have liked high school or college better if I felt like the teacher supported or wouldn't get upset. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I still don't understand what you just said there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they don't want to explain. They're like, how do you not,
Yeah.
literally, actually, how do you not understand that?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't understand it. Like,
yeah.
can you explain it differently? That's the best as it's gonna get. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I
definitely
really
did
like
make me
that
want
you
to go back to school.
guys, yeah, right. And I really like that you guys have pivoted away from that mindset. That's so
Yes.
important. And I think
Yes.
that really supports young people. That's great.
Yes.
Sure.
Mhm.
That's great.
So again, we've just been lucky enough to go kind of through it, what we've
Yeah.
experienced, and like that's not what we want for
Mm.
them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I wish I would have had
We
something
want
different.
better for them.
Yeah, we want better for them.
Yes.
So
Mm.
yeah,
Wonderful.
people who don't understand to be able to feel like they can ask. We want them to feel comfortable to ask
Mhm.
and know that they're not going to get yelled at or feel like,
We never want to make them feel stupid,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing. Teachers would just make me feel so stupid. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's terrible.
And we never want them to feel that way. Just,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
tell them, I said, we're all like popcorn kernels. We all pop at different times. So you may not
I love
understand
that.
it right away. Like she got it, but you didn't. That's okay. She popped. You haven't popped yet. You'll pop here
Oh,
soon. Your kernel
that's
will
a
pop.
great analogy. I love that. Oh
So
my
we just like
goodness.
your popcorn kernels just don't all pop at once. So
Yeah.
everyone will get it at different times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And my
That's so
favorite
great.
thing, though, I do also like is those who weren't understanding in the beginning, and all of a sudden we're on a certain week, and they're like, "We're doing X-rays," and then they got it. And they're like, "I was like, see, good job, you did
Oh,
it."
yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Just certain things that are
Like
like,
it just clicks.
yeah,
Yes.
And we tell them like one day it's just going to click for you. You will get it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's actually probably one of my favorite moments is when I see it, and you can see it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, There you go. See?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I do love when they
that's
start
great.
out that first week and then we get to like week 10. I'm like, do you see how far you have come? Like, I
Yeah.
just love
Mm,
seeing how much they have grown
Yes.
yeah,
with
Totally
the
one of my favorites.
program. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
do love seeing that.
that's
Mhm.
great. Oh my goodness. And then after we've talked, if people are interested in contacting you once they listen to this, where can they find you and how can they learn more about the school?
They can definitely go to our website, which is just Dental Assisting School of Indianapolis.
Mhm.
We have lots of info on there, but if they can't find what they're looking for, they can also give us a call. Our phone number is on there. We even have like a little chat box. So if they
Oh
have
yeah,
questions, they
okay,
can
sure.
type their questions in. And we have a little chat bot that will answer them. And a lot of times me and Candice hop on it as well. And we're the ones actually answering
Yeah.
or
That's
talking
great.
to them. So yeah. So
That's
yeah, they can
wonderful.
definitely call as well. Our phone number is there.
Yes, our phone number is 317-515-5996. If
Yes.
anyone wants to reach out, they can just call.
Great.
On our website, it has our email address as well if they just want to email us. But sometimes, like, I'm a person who likes to call. Like, I like to
Yeah,
talk to
sure.
someone,
Yeah.
or
I think it's because we're old school.
maybe, yes, we're old, yes. But
That's
we
okay.
also, if they're just interested in seeing the school, they can
Yeah, we offer
call,
tours of the
email, or
school.
text. Yes,
Great.
tours of the
Wonderful.
facility if they'd like to come and see it.
Mhm.
And again, that's not saying you
Or signing
that
up.
you're signing up by any means. Just I
Sure.
encourage everyone, if you're even interested in dental assisting, you should go look at a couple schools. If that was me and my daughter, I'd be like, hey, I love that you came here and toured, and
Mm,
they're like, I want to sign up today. I love that. But I always encourage them to make sure you look around. I
yeah.
know that we're probably the number one for you. I agree. But if you were my daughter, I would say, hey, honey, let's look
Yeah.
at a couple more just in case. What if you go to another school and they mention something? And like, oh, wait, does this school do this? Then you're like, okay, let
Mm,
me call them and say, hey, do you guys
Yeah.
offer this too? More than likely,
yeah.
we absolutely do.
We always recommend to do your research, look at 2 or 3 different schools, and make sure you pick the one that is for you, that best fits you.
That is the
Yeah.
other thing that's so important. Like, you have to make sure you pick a school that when you walk in, it feels right. And I most of the time when they walk in here, they do love it, and I agree. I'm glad, but I want to make sure it's super right for you. It's a big important
Mm,
step.
Yeah.
So we always encourage looking around too. I hope that we are the number one for you, and I feel confident enough to say that we will. But sometimes maybe we're not, and that's okay. Again, we want them to be happy. We want the
We want
student.
what's best for them.
Yes, because if that was
yeah.
my
That's
daughter,
great.
and I do think of if this was my daughter here, that's what I would want someone to tell my daughter. Instead of
Mm,
like, you better sign up today because listen, we only got a few spots left. Instead of like a car
yeah.
salesman pressuring you trying
Yeah.
to buy this car today.
Hmm.
No, I love that you want to sign up today, but I will send you all of our enrollment information, but I would still encourage you just to look around a few schools just to
That's
make
so
sure
great.
that this is the school for you. It is so important because if
Mm,
it's not, then it makes learning harder sometimes.
yeah.
So I do
Definitely.
encourage that even.
Great.
But again, we feel pretty confident that we are a great school. And if it's not for you, that's okay.
Yes.
We want you to pick what's best for you.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
so
what I would hope
supportive.
someone would tell my daughter. So I make sure to tell her, anyone who comes in for tours or when we're talking to them, that's what we always like to mention too.
Probably the worst salespeople ever. Yeah, we just don't push.
We're not
Push
gonna, we
it.
don't want
That's
to push
okay.
them. We want them to make sure it's the right decision.
Yeah.
I mean, we tell people, no, you know what? Let's not sign up today. Just
Yeah.
make sure you look around. If by Monday you feel still that way, then let's sign up.
Mm,
Or sometimes they want to sign up. They're in our DA class. They want to sign up for the EFTA class. I'm like, wait a minute, let's hold off on that. Let's wait because you may not get a job where you need to be an EFTA. I'm like, so
yeah.
let's just wait. Don't pay yet.
Yeah.
Where I feel like a lot of other people like, yeah, pay, go ahead and pay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go and sign up today.
It would hurt
Yeah.
my feelings a lot if a student paid for something and they're like, this was a waste.
Right.
That would hurt my
Mm,
feelings. Like, I do not want that for them. So I
yeah.
always encourage them, let's make sure you're going to need this before you go and do it.
Because
Yeah.
if they go into ortho, you don't need to be an EFTA.
Okay.
So why spend the extra money to become an EFTA that you will never utilize that skill?
Yeah,
And
sure.
sometimes we tell them, like, maybe your doctor will pay for it. So let's wait.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get your
Yeah.
doctor to pay for it and save some money.
That's right.
Or maybe they will train you on the job and then
Mm,
you save
mhm.
money. So
Yeah.
If we can save our students money, we want to do that too.
We do.
Again, we are bad salesmen. Like,
We
That's
but again,
okay.
we're them first. And if that was my daughter, I would hope someone would say that to my daughter instead of like,
Yeah.
go ahead and sign up. That's fine. We'll take your
Mhm.
money. Knowing
Yeah.
that she may not use that skill. She may not. She may go to an office where, hey, we don't want an FDA right now. We were only looking for a DA. So again, we're not gonna use that skill.
Yes.
And then they took this class, and if they're not using it, you will forget it. And now by the time they're ready to start being after, they remember nothing. And it was a waste of money or,
Waste of time. Yeah.
So yeah.
That's great. That sales pitch would work on me though.
We do not push it. Like if it feels right, you want to do it, then yes. But
That's
we
great.
never push or like, oh, you better sign up or put the pressure on them to sign up. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But I
wonderful.
also feel like when we do things the right way,
you'll see it'll come to you.
Yeah, it'll come back to us.
That's
Students
right.
wow. I really like them. They're honest. So yeah, let's go there.
That's right. That's great. Well, thank you guys so much. I really think our listeners are going to love this. You guys are so supportive, and I think that's so refreshing.
Yes, we hopefully maybe more schools will even hear about this and they can start being as supportive.
Yeah,
but
that's important.
That's again, we were lucky to go through the programs we did, and we were able to say, okay, we wish it was more like this or more supportive just in general. So we want to be there for our students, kind of like what we didn't have, unfortunately. So
give them what we didn't have.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you guys experienced that, but I guess that's right. It's benefiting so many people now.
Yeah. And look, I wanted to be the best of the best, and I was like, no, I'm going to make this work, and I'm going to get it. And
we're also very competitive. So I always like to be the best.
And I need to be better than her. And she works harder than her, and I have to work harder.
We can push each other.
Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. All right. Well, I will let you guys go, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.